In this session, we are going to discuss Jolly Funny program in first 3 years of preschool. As discussed that before, that we are going to talk about what should be taught in playgroup, what should be taught in nursery, what should be taught in kindergarten, and what comes next as a Jolly grammar program. An important thing is that you can change lots of things as per your school policy, but still there are limitations. अगर कुछ चीजें ऐसी हैं जो आप चेंज कर सकते हैं, तो कुछ सीक्वेंसेस ऐसे हैं जिनको आप चेंज नहीं कर सकते. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, you cannot teach pupil book 1 before the age of 4, and you cannot introduce any reader before completing pupil book 1. So once pupil book 1 is completed, you can introduce reader level 1. But if you have not taught through the pupil book 1, you cannot introduce any reader level. So in this workshop, we will discuss what is synthetic phonics approach and how you can introduce this to the students. How you can teach them the exact way to the cracking of complex code of English. इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज क्या है, इसकी कितनी साउंड्स हैं, और ये साउंड्स आप बच्चों को किस तरह से सिखा सकते हैं, और आखिर एक ट्रेडिशनल मेथोडोलॉजी को बदलने की जरूरत क्या है. बच्चे जो स्पेलिंग्स की लर्निंग और मेमोराइजेशन करते हैं, उसको आप किस तरह से चेंज कर सकते हैं. समटाइम्स ऐसा होता है कि बहुत सारे स्कूल फोनिक्स से पढ़ा रहे होते हैं, लेकिन फोनिक्स से पढ़ाते पढ़ाते वो दोबारा अपने पुराने जो एक मेमोराइजेशन वाले ट्रैक है उसके ऊपर चले जाते हैं. आप सबसे मेरी रिक्वेस्ट है कि आप अपनी नोटबुक के ऊपर या अपने व्हाट्सएप के ऊपर ये फॉर्म एक बना लें, चार्ट बना लें, और अगर आप के पास कोई डॉक्यूमेंट है वर्ड की, उसके ऊपर भी आप बना सकते हैं. अगर आप व्हाट्सएप पे मैसेज करना चाहें तो सबसे पहले आप व्हाट आई नो सेंड कर दें, व्हाट आई वांट टू नो उसके बाद, और जब वर्कशॉप एंड हो जाएगी उसके बाद व्हाट आई हैव लर्नड. आप क्या जानते हैं जॉली फोनिक्स के बारे में, और आप क्या जानना चाहते हैं, आपके ज़हन में क्या सवालात हैं, और आप इसके बाद हम देखेंगे कि आपने इस वर्कशॉप से क्या सीखा है. Okay, so we have recently covered level 1 of Jolly Phonics program, and participants have learned a lot about all of those aspects of teaching Jolly Phonics program. We can share lots of recordings and the playlist with you guys as well. प्ले ग्रुप के अंदर बहुत से स्कूल ऐसे हैं जो सिर्फ 26 लेटर्स करवाते हैं और जॉली फोनिक्स प्रोग्राम की बाकी साउंड नहीं करवाते. खास तौर से जो लॉन्ग वॉवल साउंड है वो तो बिल्कुल ही नहीं करवाए जाते, और इसकी वजह से बच्चों को बाद में जो रीडिंग में प्रॉब्लम्स आती हैं बहुत ज्यादा होती हैं. देखिए, अगर आप अपनी लैंग्वेज को ऑब्जर्व करें, आपकी सराइकी लैंग्वेज है, पश्तो लैंग्वेज है, बल्ती लैंग्वेज है, सिंधी लैंग्वेज है, और आप उस लैंग्वेज के अल्फाबेट्स को देखें तो यकीनन 26 लेटर्स से ज्यादा होंगे. जब बच्चे अपनी नेटिव लैंग्वेज के जो साउंड्स हैं उनको कर लेते हैं जो 26 लेटर्स से ज्यादा होते हैं, तो हमारे बच्चे इंग्लिश की 42 या 44 साउंड भी बहुत आसानी से कर सकते हैं. लेकिन यहाँ पर इसका ये मतलब नहीं है कि ये साउंड्स आप उनको लिखवाएं, क्योंकि प्ले ग्रुप की एज में हम उन्हें बहुत ज्यादा राइटिंग वर्क नहीं करवाते. सो इट्स इम्पॉर्टेंट टू अंडरस्टैंड दोज साउंड्स in a different way. Like they can look for the vocabulary in their natural environment. They can also look for the letter shape, story, and song, but not to write those letters independently or start blending at the age of playgroup. So do we have any participant from our level 1 batch? Anyone, can you please raise your hand and share your experience of the course? Anyone from our level 1 batch? Please raise your hand so that you can give your feedback to the new participants. So these are the recommended materials for playgroup that are being used. Materials that are recommended and materials that are not recommended. Both are over here. These are the recommended materials and these are not recommended. Why these are not recommended? Because these are not supposed to be introduced before the age of 4. तो एक चीज जो प्रोग्राम में डिजाइन ही नहीं हुई है, आप उसको डिजाइन ही नहीं कर सकते हैं, इंट्रोड्यूस ही नहीं करवा सकते. सो ट्राई टू अवॉइड दिस. क्योंकि उसके अंदर ऐसे कॉन्सेप्ट्स होते हैं जो बड़े बच्चों के लिए उनके ब्रेन कैपेसिटी, उनकी मोटर स्किल्स को देखकर ऑब्जर्व किए गए होते हैं. प्लीज एनीवन फ्रॉम माय प्रीवियस बैच, आप अपना हैंड रेज करें. आई वांट टू अनम्यूट यू. नौशीन, नताशा, प्लीज ट्राई कि अगर आप जो हैं. थैंक यू सो मच नसरीन अमान. मैं अभी आपको अनम्यूट करती हूँ ताकि आप अपना फीडबैक हमें दे दें. जी थैंक यू नसरीन.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. Overall, the session was very
जी
informative.
नसरीन, कैन यू प्लीज स्पीक अप?
Assalamu alaikum, everyone.
Yes, your voice is audible.
Overall, the session was very informative, ma'am. Like the ma'am, whatever ma'am taught us was very informative, and we were using that method in our schools too. Or I hope we will learn more.
So can you please tell me what was the difference between the playgroup teaching and the teaching at other levels?
Right now, ma'am, I'm taking playgroup.
Okay. So it's okay, no problem. After introducing all the sound, you can give us your feedback later on and we will share with the participants, okay?
Okay,
Thank you.
ma'am. Thank you.
Anyone from nursery or KG or reception 2, ECC 4 as well, please, you can also raise your hand. Okay, so we have also introduced the worksheet packs from Phonics, and we can discuss how it works. In the Phonics program, that is totally aligned with Jolly Phonics program, we can see that there is specialized vocabulary for teaching all sounds of English. It is as per the sequence of Jolly Phonics program and also available for purchase on our website. You can introduce the sound with story, action. You can also use lots of other nursery rhymes along with the Jolly Phonics songs. In these books, students can practice formation, sounding, and assessments are also designed at this level. So in one of the worksheet, you can see that revision of all sounds in a group are there. Finger pressing is here, letter formation, coloring is there as well, and discussion of the sound. We can also encourage our students to hold the pencil in this tripod grip. 2 fingers here and 1 finger underneath. It's called a tripod grip with thumb, index finger, and the other finger. Okay. So you can let the student practice like this froggy leg movement. In the Phonics program, that is for level 1, we are revising over here. You can always start with the revision, story in action, formation, sounding, assessment, and Jolly song. I will also share the links of the YouTube lessons and tutorials. You can look for them. Also, teachers can use vocabulary basket. You can bring toys, objects, and flashcards in the vocabulary basket, and children can show and tell different objects and tell their sounds from the vocabulary basket. So these are the teaching steps: introduction of a sound, practice, sounding, and assessment. Again, in Phonics Pack 1, there are only first 3 group sound, and in Pack 2, there are the sound from group 4 till group 7. So let's have a look at A sound, introduction, practice, sounding, and assessment. Fun Phonics readers are also there, and these readers are having lots of objects and natural objects from the environment, and teachers can discuss these objects with the children. Through Fun Phonics, you can plan, present, practice, and let the students produce their own vocabulary. They can talk about it. Also, it is very important if the child is telling you different local vocabulary. For example, you are teaching the sound of b, and the child is telling you the bakri. So it's perfectly all right. You can tell the child that Bakri is okay, but it's from Urdu or from any other language. Maybe the child is giving you some words from Pashto or from Sraiki or from Sindhi or any other language. So it's perfectly fine. Do not discourage students at this level. So what is supposed to be taught at level 2? Age 4 plus. So the blending starts at this age and it's very important this level. But you cannot introduce these books until or unless they have sound knowledge of objects and sound. So in the first month or maybe in the first 2 weeks of orientation back to school unit, you can talk about all other things, sounds and objects and stories and songs. Okay, I have just got the message from Huma. Thank you, Huma, for your feedback. Let's stay with us in this level 2 program as well. So in the nursery program, these are the recommended materials. You can also look at these products on our online website. Letters and sound strips are excellent for daily snappy lessons. Reader level 1. On orange level is optional as an extra reading resource. Blending wheels as well. Okay, so these are the 5 basic skills of Jolly Fun program that you can introduce at level 2. First, introduce letter sound with story and action. Then introduce letter formation. Then blending. Then segmenting or sounding. Then tricky words. So, in one lesson, all of these skills are practiced simultaneously. Now, these are 5 different skills, but in one lesson, all are there. You introduce a sound, then its formation, then the child is there to blend the words. Segmenting means sounding. You have to ask, where is the sound? Is there any b sound in bat? Is there any b sound in sun? And then comes tricky words after introducing almost all of the sounds. So here we have got this per sound over here. We introduce the sound with the picture and action and story. Then this is letter formation and revision of the previous sounds. Blending of these words, p, I, t, pit, like this. And then this is sounding. Pictures from sounding. You can see that they are both capital and small letters. We don't introduce these letters, but these are written here so that the children know that all letters have capitals and small. It's very important to know the introduction of capital letters or letter names. Okay, so we will move towards next letter sound order. This is the letter sound order from Jolly Phonics program. And this is the letter formation practice area of pupil books. And these are some blending ideas in Jolly Phonics books. This is arm blending. You start from here. First step. T. First, second, third step. After that, you say the complete word. It's important to know that when a teacher is teaching blending, a teacher should stay quiet and should not interrupt children. And if the children are not able to blend, then it's again okay, no problem. But the teacher must not say the word by herself. Okay, so it's a game. You can play such games with the children. Consonants and vowels are there. So you see all the short vowel sounds are here. But sometimes teachers think that vowels are not so much important and these are often overlooked. Segmenting or sounding. We have already discussed that they can talk about the pictures on each page and discuss that if the sound is there or not. Also, there are lots of games and activities with vowel hand. And this one is another action game. A, E, I, O, A. Where is the mouse? A, at the side of the box. E, at the edge of the box. I, in the box. O, on the box, under the box. I'm also going to share the links of these activities so that you could watch the videos. Dictation. These are the stages of dictation. At each and every level, you have to introduce them to the dictation. Sounds की dictation, 3-letter words की dictation, blends की dictation, double letters, and then so and so. Okay, in the first stage, they are introduced all sounds from group 1 till 3. And these are the short vowel rules. One vowel rule, short sound of one vowel, double trouble, when there is a short word and there is a short vowel sound, some letters are doubled, just like mess, bell, fuss. K, caterpillar k, always come with a, o, or a. And this kicking k comes with I, E, and Y. For example, cat, caught, cut. Key, kite, like this. Okay. Week 4 till week 9, group 4 till 7, teaching step 3 and 4. So after introducing first 18 sound, there you can introduce the next 4 to 7 groups. Main points are long vowels, digraphs, problematic sound, and tricky words. So these are, in the fourth group, we have got long vowel sounds, and almost all the sounds are here. Only U is there. You can also introduce U with them. There is not a problem. Digraphs are here, 2 letters making one sound. It's important to introduce these as well in a systematic way. These are the R control vowel sounds. So you can introduce long vowel sound with vowel hand as well. So here is our long and short vowel sound. Short vowels that we use. A vowel is in every word, every word, every word. A vowel is in every word that we read or write. A, E, I, O, U, A, E, I, O, U, A, E, I, O, U. It's a wonderful song. You can introduce all of the long and short vowels, vowel forest, everything with this song. These are the tricky words. Tricky words are those words that you cannot decode through phonics. You cannot try spelling through decoding like sh, ah. It's not like that. B, ah, no. You are going to say it with different strategies like this one. Look, copy and cover, write then check, have another go. It's another activity for introducing these. This is the Jolly Phonics reading scheme, but for making and designing your book list, you do not need to buy all of those readers. It's okay if you're not buying all the readers and you're just keeping some levels for your library, because these readers are quite expensive. So you can keep them one set for your library books so that the children can share with each other. In this stage of Jolly Phonics program, tricky words are introduced, capital letters are introduced, and independent writing is there as well. We are going to discuss this stage in the next batch because this meeting is going to end. So everyone is requested to join back. And also we are going to have a recording of this in the second stage.